Alright guys, how we doing? I got my Pioneer 1000 here and it's time for the brake job. It's 2019. I've got 1,300 miles on it and it's really rough down here for the brakes. It's down in Florida. We got lots of sandy water, muddy holes, and it just tears them up really quick. So, and I've made a couple Tennessee trips, and I'm sure you guys know that brakes are quickly worn out down the hills, so in the mountains. So here's the deal. It's going to be quick as I can make it. So with Honda, what it is the brake pads. Here they are. They got this little squealer on it. All right, that squealer ends up, when it gets low, it wears it down until that squealer is touching the metal here. Then you start to hear this noise while you're riding. All right, that's all it is. It's nothing else. But when you hear that noise, you have to stop and you have to get it fixed because you've got like a few thousandths before now you're metal on metal. So these are about 37 bucks from Honda. All right, and each one has a right rear or a front left or a front right, you know, so you just can't go by this number and buy them all because it's not going to work. This is only going to be for the right side here. All right, and for $15 more you get the whole rotor itself. So I just found it pointless to do it without replacing the rotor. Now the rotors are for all four, so if you buy 4 of these in the same number, it's going to work just fine. I go Babbitt's online, and that's where I got these from. So here's the deal. You need your impact. I already did. And there's a cotter pin here. I already took it out. I already loosened it, so pretty straightforward. Got the carriage nut off. All right, and you're gonna need a 12. You're gonna need a 14. Throwing shit. And you're gonna take these bolts off. I've already loosened them. Now, if you're not taking the rotor off, all you need is a 12. Take these nuts off here, or bolts off here. That I already loosened. And it makes it really easy. Honda did make it really easy. And you just wiggle this off. Alright? All the sand in here. People don't take into account that it's going to collect in there. So here's the deal. Once you take this off, you have to push this piston back in. Alright? The only way to do that is to take the cap off of the reservoir in front of the driver's seat underneath the wheel well. You just loosen it, set it on top. And it's not that hard to push it in. You just ease it in with your fingers. It's not a big deal. You don't need any tools, you don't need a press, you don't need, no, don't monkey this stuff, alright? It's pretty simple. If it is monkey stuff needed here and you're really pushing the shit in, then something's wrong with the caliper. You probably need a new one. So now we got this. Here's the pad, boom, pops right out. Mine are worn out. See that? There's the back one. Back one's the one with the squealer. And see, mine was squealing. And it was starting to wear it out. You can see it been scratching on the tip there. Lots of sand. Alright, you throw those away. Now me, I'm taking the whole thing off. So let me get... That's 14 or 9/16, about the same. Both work. Lots of dirt. So that's what you got. You got these. Make sure you know they work. They're grease in there. Don't take them off. If they feel good and they're not too stuck, they're good. Just kind of move them around, get that grease spread back onto the shaft. Squish the boots, move them in and out. All right, now these are your little slides. I pop them up and I just clean them out, get all the dirt out from under them. and I like grease. I noticed that they were corroding a little bit underneath, so I put a little grease underneath them. They've got keepers to hold them in, so I just cleaned them out like that. Get all the dirt out of here. This is going to happen, so when you're doing your brakes, try to clean this stuff up. Prolong your equipment, man. It's not a big deal. Yeah, you can do it faster if you just slap new pads in, but come on. You guys, we paid $20,000 for these machines. Take your time. Can't make one weekend on the trail. So what? Go the next weekend. Alright, get all the crap out. You can clean them as good as you want, really. A little bit of grease in here. Don't go too crazy with the grease, just a little bit, man. You don't really want it to get on the rotor. So here you go. Pop that back in. Alright, now that'd be ready to go back on, but we're not going to do that yet. We still need to pull the whole hub off. Pretty simple. Just wiggle, 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 and the shaft drops. Now this stays pretty clean in here, so don't get crazy and try to throw this thing around in the dirt while you're working on it. I'll show you a trick how to get these bolts off without air tools. And right here. Alright, you're going to take your piece of block. You're going to take these, I'm just going to set it down on there, right? You're going to turn it till they lock. Pretty easy. This ain't rocket science, guys. Somebody built this and we got to be smarter than them. Alright, there you go. That was simple. Boom, boom, boom. Break them loose. Very easy, not a big deal. Save some time with the impact. There's the ring. You see it's got some scoring on it. Nothing too crazy. I'll hold on to it, but I can feel the edge there. Get my other one. Wipe off the perch. Set it on there. Now watch, because these will make sure they slide in completely before you get your power tools or anything out. You don't want to pull the threads out that hub. Alright, ready? Go back in. Same thing. Tighten them up, spin it back that way. Don't be a gorilla. Alright, don't tighten these things up too much. Just pull it till it's snug and then boom, boom. That's about all you need. They're not going anywhere. Boom, boom. But at the same time, don't be a sissy. I do this every day, so it's not that bad. Alright, there you go. Brand new. Alright, now, like I said, in here, on mine, really clean. It's only 6 months old, man. So it's not that bad. So me, I like to take my grease, keep it. It's still good. Put it back in there. It's only gray because it's gray. It's not from dirt. Now, I'm going to do this a lot. So I don't care what kind of grease it is. Grease is grease is grease to me. There was a little bit on the outside edge, so we're putting a little bit back. I'm going to wipe it on the shaft here. Now this, you just kind of wiggle it around, find your spline. Boom. Alright, here's the deal. I like to do this little trick, alright? Keep water off my threads, keep water from going in behind it. Some people like it, some people don't. I like it. And I'll be honest with you, Honda did it. So some gray silicone, just put it on there. What's going to do, it's going to seal your threads. Keep the water off of them, and it won't be so hard to get it off later. Alright, so just spin it around there. Put your nut on. Well, I'm going to put some here too. Try and reduce the possibilities of water getting in there. Here we go. I'm going to impact it on. This is only 350 foot-pound impact. Alright guys, this is not a Milwaukee 1050 foot-pound, so don't be a gorilla. Alright, this is, like I said, 350 foot-pounds, and it's kind of weak, so don't use these. Oh, mine's badass, I can get it on there tight. Don't, just quit moving, find your hole. A little bit more, see if I can find the hole. Wait, maybe there's one here. There's 4 different holes, so you'll be able to find one to work. There we go. Got one right there. Alright. Bring it through all the way in. Take your vice grips, dikes, whatever. Bend it up. Smack it flat. There you go. I'm going to take this. It's ready to go. Alright. It's going to go on just like this. Slide in behind. I use a little grease on the thread. Some people put a little Loctite. I like grease. A little snug. We're going to take these, squealer on the top, go on the bottom first, set it on your perch, wiggle it, slap it in. Same thing here, bottom first, wiggle it, slap it in. And this should slide right over it. Bolt it in place, put your wheel on, you're done. You see how quick I did it? And I loosened the bolts first. 2 bolts and you're done. Alright guys, good luck.